5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, you got some more from Zor. It's guys here from Cape Town. How you doing? How you doing? Alright, I had a request to do a couple of builds with the new, they call it the Daedalus. Okay, we say Daedalus, but it's actually the Daedalus. So anywho, the first one which I'm going to do is just show you how to make the staggered space Claptons. I'll try and do the frame staples with this, and if I manage to get it right, I will post another video on that. Alright, if you're wondering what I'm vaping today, here it is guys. This is what it's all about. This is the Reload RDA, and the reason why I'm vaping on the Reload, this is one of my best flavor RDAs, dual coil RDAs, is this guy. And the good news is they have brought out a bottom feeding version of this. And if you're worried about the air holes that are too low, do not be worried, because those air holes run to tubes on the inside, and those tubes rise above a nice juice well, which is between 5 and 7 millimeters deep. So you will get ample juice inside the cotton without any leaking at these bottom air ports. And what's nice, those air holes is directly underneath the coils, making this what I think is going to be a better bottom feeding RDA than it is a dripping RDA. So yeah, I don't have any problems dripping in this guys without any zero leaking. But this is a nom RDA. Oh, cool beans. Alright, so what you're going to need is this guy, and you're going to need this guy, and you're going to need 26 gauge or whatever wire, core wire which you want to use. I've already just straightened up myself a piece of 26 gauge on here, and what I've already done is I placed this little adapter in front over there, and I've added my 32 gauge spool, and this is the wire which I'm going to use to space as well as to Clapton my 26s together. Alright, so the first thing which you also need to do is from that specific spool, just cut yourself a little piece, okay, of the 32 gauge, and that little piece of 32 gauge we're going to use to put around those screws on the sides to make our spaces. Alright, so that is the prep which you need to do. Okay, I've also got a nice little piece of plier which I'm actually going to use to attach this small little piece to those screws on the side, okay, to get my spaces. Cool guys, so let's quickly go down and see on a close-up what exactly is what I'm going to do. Alright guys, so the first thing which I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my 26 gauge core wire which I'm going to use, and just going to make a little twist at the top over there so that actually secures better inside the drill. So I'm just going to insert my core wire through there, and it's going to run down all along the tubing. Okay, so the next thing which you're going to do is just make sure, just want to cut off the front part to get it nice and slick, is to place that little wire through our hole, and then give it a bit of slack, because we need to take some of this and wrap it around the front end of the core wire. I'm just going to insert the core wire in the drill, just like so. So it's nice and secure. Next step which you're going to do is you're going to take this little piece of 32 gauge, you're going to take that and just wrap the one side, wrap it around that little one screw on that side. Okay, you can decide how you want to wrap it, how many wraps you want to give it. I normally just give it 5, and that should be fine. Okay, so it is nicely secured there, and the whole idea what you're going to do now is you're going to take this wire across, okay, over. You'll see our wire running down there. Okay, there it is, our other 32, and then we're just going to run that over there, and this is where I'm going to actually use the plier. Okay, I'm going to get myself a nice grip on my wire and run it down there and just take it around that screw. Alright, and the whole idea is you just start it up, guys. Put it in a specific direction and let it rip. Right, I think that's a little long enough piece. It's just for demonstration purposes. Just cut ourselves a nice little piece off there. Okay, so you can see the nice spacing which you have over there. Right, so all we're going to do now, see the spacing is all the way through there. It's very simple, very easy. It's probably the easiest technique which I have found to work. I'm just going to cut it through the middle. Just like so. Alright guys, so you take these two little blokes now and just place it inside through that little hole. And then you take your front part, get yourself some 32 gauge and just wrap it around that front. So there you can see I just wrap them together. Alright, now I'm going to place it in front inside my jig. Alright, just put some tension on my 32. Get it nice and close up. Right guys, now that it's inside, you just get yourself a direction and just be patient. Just be patient and slowly start turning this guy so that it can actually find its groove. Alright guys, working on a smooth surface, I actually got a nice decent piece. I will just cut it and show you on a close-up what it actually looks like. Okay, just want to straighten it a bit. Put it inside the drill and clamp it on the other side. Just remember to reverse your speed or your direction. Just reverse your direction. And give it a slowly. That should do it. Okay, there you go. Looks very good. See if we can zoom in a bit more. Okay, there you go. And guys, that's what it looks like when you are done from the one end all the way to the other end. Right, I'm just quickly going to make a nice coil so you can actually see what it looks like on the close-up. Alright guys, so here's the little jig I used to turn this little coil from that Staggered fused Claptons. And just to show you what the actual coil looks like, that is as perfect which you're going to get with a Staggered fused Clapton. And this is my second attempt at actually making this. So yeah guys, anyone is capable of making this coil using the Daedalus. The Daedalus. Alright, so yeah, just a few tips. Be patient. Alright. Use a smooth surface, and when you actually take this little wire around, okay, and attach it to the other side, make sure you've got some tension placed in it. Alright, you can play around with your tension on your spool to get that perfect tension which you're actually happy with, but yeah, that is that. Staggered, staged, no, I'm lying, Staggered fused Claptons. Cool beans. Alright, this is Kaiser, over and out. Cheers.